Hello dear students, so today we will continue with our exercise part itself. So 18th question, at any point xy of a curve, the slope of tangent is twice the slope of the line segment joining the point of contact to the point -4, -3. Find the equation of the curve given that it passes through. So here what they are telling, slope of tangent is twice slope of line segment. So as already you have studied, whenever there is a curve like this or anything and tangent is passing, here how your tangent is given, it is given by dy by dx, right? Dy by dx, as you tell, you call it as a slope. Slope of a tangent is always given by dy by dx, and whenever 2 point of a line is there, points x1 y1, and here you have x2 y2. So the slope of 2 points, how it is given, m is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So here you can see, here you have point xy and even you have -4, -3. So we can take x1 y1 and x2 y2 and dy by dx as your slope. So what they are telling, so we can see xy -4, -3. Slope of a tangent they are telling, so slope of tangent is was dy by dx is twice the slope of line segment joining the point of contact, the point. So here any point they have given, so either we can take this x1 y1, x2 y2, or this x2 y2 and x1 y1, x2 y2. So I have taken the same, I have taken this x1 y1 and this as x2 y2. The slope of the tangent dy by dx is equal to twice slope of line. Slope of line, how it is given, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So y2 is what, y minus, here already -3 is there, y minus -3 divided by x2 minus x1. So y minus into minus becomes plus 3, x minus into minus becomes plus 4. I hope this is clear for you. Now the same pattern how we have done, separating the variables and then integrating it. So we are separating your variables, you have not written it, you write here just separating variables this line and then you do dy. Here also y part is there, so get it with dy. So dy divided by y plus 3, 2 keep as it is, x plus 4 as it is, dx you take here, so it becomes 2 by x plus 4 dx. After separating, what we do, we integrate. So integrate in 1 by y plus 3 dy is equal to 2 keep outside as constant, integrate 1 by x plus 4 dx. So integration of 1 by x is log x, this is y, 1 by y is log y. So log, this is modulus, okay, y plus 3 is equal to 2 log mod x plus 4 plus c, right, because we are taking integration constant. Take this as 1. You have got differentiating enough. But here you see they have said find the equation of the curve given that it passes through the point -2, 1. So they have given here point, so you have to find equation 2. So whatever we get after integrating, substitute the points whatever they have given, x as -2, y is equal to 1. So substituting in your 1, substituting in equation 1. So log y is what, 1 plus 3 is equal to 2, log x is -2 plus 4 plus c. 1 plus 3 is log 4, 2 log -2 plus 4 is 2 plus c. So log 4, see this it is log 2 log 2. So I can say log 2 square I can take, right, how? With the identity of log n, log m is what? Log m raised to n. So the same way n log m raised to n plus c. So this is your log 4, 2 square becomes again 4 plus c. Now we have to find the value of c, right? We have to find the value of c. So we are doing such all this. So log 4 if I take to the other side, log 4 minus log 4, it comes 0. So substituting again in 1, your c is 0. So what you will get, log y plus 3 plus 2 log x plus 4. Now here you see log y plus 3, even same here n log m. So I can take log m raised to n. log on both the sides, so log get cancels, you will be having only y plus 3 is equal to x plus 4 the whole square. So this is the equation of the curve which they had said you to find out. I hope this is clear for you. 21st question, in a bank, principal increases continuously at the rate of 5% per year. Continuously at the rate of 5% per year. See what it is telling, in a bank principal increases, yes, your principal increases, so it will be how, dp by dt, principal along with time only we have to take, right, dp by dt, increases continuously at the rate of 5% per year. At the rate of 5% it is increasing, right, what, principal, so 5% means how, 5 by 100, principal they are telling, so it will be p, right, dp by dt is equal to 5 by 100 of p. Why p? Principal increases continuously at the rate of 5% per year. Next what they are telling, an amount of rupees 1000 is deposited with this bank. How much will it worth after 10 years? First we will solve this, then we will go for the further question. So dp by dt 5 by 100 p. Same way, first separate the variables and then integrate. So what we will do? Separating variables, right? So p with p and dt goes here. So here p, dp is there, so already get your p to the other side. 5 by 100 keep here only, dt take it other side. 1 by pi dp, 5 1s are 5 2s are 10, 0. So it becomes 1 by 20 dt. Next we have to do integration, right? On integrating, put your integration sign. 1 by p, obvious, log p, 1 by 20 as it is. Here is what? 1, right? 1, integrating 1 with respect to t will be t itself plus c. So you have got the equation, or you have integrated, finish. Next what they are telling, an amount of rupees 1000 is deposited with this bank. With this bank an amount of 1000 they have deposited. So t consider means time. Now if we consider, now the time will be what, 0, right? Time being time, if we consider, it is 0. At this time what, how much you are depositing principal amount as your 1000. So principal amount they have given as rupees 1000. So log 1000 is equal to 1 by 20, t is 0 is equal to c. So c you have got log 1000, c value you have got. Again further what they are telling here, how much will it worth after 10 years? If you are depositing rupees 1000, after 10 years it will be how much? So presently if we consider, time will be 0 and how much you are depositing? Rupees 1000. After 10 years means time is 10, principal amount again they are asking it will be how much. So time will be 10 years and principal amount you have to calculate. So the same, log p is equal to t by 20 plus substitute your c value, that is log 1000. So log p, t what they have given as 10, so 10 by 20 plus log 1000. So 10 1s are 10 2s are. So you will get log p is equal to 1 by 2 plus log 1000. So take your log at the one side, so you get log p minus log 1000 is equal to 1 by 2. Now here you see, as you can see, this is log m minus log n, right? Log m minus log n is what? Log m by n, right? This, it is this identity. See, log m minus log n, it is equal to what? Log m by n. So we can take this also as the same, log of p by 1000. So it will be log of p by 1000 equal to 1 by 2. So p by 1000, see here log is there, when log goes to the other side it becomes e raised to 1 by 2. Okay, remember always, if your log is a left hand side and you are taking it to the other side, means right hand side you are taking, so it changes to e, and whatever your number that goes to raised to, it will be raising it. Suppose you have here log 2 and here you have 1. Okay, if it is like this. Now if your log goes here, so this becomes 2 is equal to e raised to 1. if you have log to the other side also, log 1 by 2 and here you have 3. If your log is going here, it becomes e raised to 3 is equal to 1 by 2. I hope this is clear for you. This is general form, I mean like general thing. Whenever log, if you are taking it to the other side to find out any value, it changes to e. So e raised to 1 by 2, e raised to 1 by 2 means 1 by 2 is what, 0.5, e raised to 0.5 only, right? And e raised to 0.5 is in question they have given already value. Why we are converting it? Because in question here they have given e raised to 0.5 is equal to 1.648. So after coming here, okay, after coming here, then we have to go back to question and you have to rethink why they have given this. They have given this because you have to convert this in e. So it is what, 1.648. E raised to 0.5 is 1.648. Finding p value, right? So 1000 multiplied, you will get 1648. So after 10 years, principal value becomes 1648. I hope this is clear for you, the problems. Please go through it once again. Next we will do homogeneous differential equations. Next is homogeneous differential equations. Before heading up to differential equation, we will see what is homogeneous function. See what it is telling, a function f of xy is said to be homogeneous function of degree n if f of lambda x comma lambda y is equal to lambda raised to n f of x comma y for any non-zero constant lambda, means lambda should be non-zero, which means now f of x comma y, implicit function, right? You are having x also, y also. So your xy is replaced by lambda x lambda y. So whatever you will get, lambda raised to n means here degree you will get, either you will get 2, you will get 1, anything. It should be non-zero, which means here there should be something, okay? F of x comma y, even if it is a 0 means this becomes what, 1 only, right? Lambda raised to 0, 1. So in this form if it is, then it is called as homogeneous function. For suppose you have f of x comma y is equal to y square plus 2xy. What they are telling, we are replacing our x by lambda x, right? Y by lambda y. So here also you should, when you are replacing y by lambda y, so your y square also changes to y square by lambda square. So 2x is replaced by lambda x, y as lambda y. Now here you can see lambda square, lambda into lambda again lambda square. So lambda square I can take common, I am having what, y square plus 2xy. So you can see I am getting lambda square and y square plus 2xy is what, mine? F of x comma y, right? So this becomes f of x comma y. So you can see after replacing also, inside you are getting f of xy, but here you are getting lambda raised to 2, means in this section is there, but inside again you are getting what the question you have given. So such thing is called as homogeneous function of your first method. One method can be in such a way. Another method, now f of x comma y is equal to y square plus 2xy. So how I can again modify it? I can multiply x square. See if I have taken here x square, here what it will be, y square by x square, because I am multiplying whole with x square, right? X square when I am taking here common means inside what it will be, y square by x square, right? Because when you multiply you should get the same form. So I am multiplying here x square and inside what it will be, 2y by x, because again see x square into 2y by x if I do. So this x if I cancel, I will get 2xy only. So again you can see x square and here you are getting f of x comma y only. This if I want, I can write as x square g of y by x. See this is not of f of xy is y square 2x by y. Here you can see this you are getting in y by x form, y by x form. So we take x square g of y by x, g, or in reverse case if you are taking y square, here, it becomes what, y square whatever h of y by x. Sorry, in reverse case it will be h of x by y, right? Anyhow if you take here. So this is one second method. For some problems we can do, for some problems you can't. For especially for your trigonometric, you can't get it in this forms and all. Why? Because that will be angles, right? Now if suppose you have sin x plus cos y. Now see, you are replacing lambda. So if I take a lambda x plus cos of lambda y, I can't take common, right? Because this is as an angle. So you can't replace this in this method, neither you can replace this in second method. Okay. For some problems you can't get it homogeneous form. So this is what mean homogeneous form of two methods. So both also I have written the same. Function f of xy is said to be homogeneous function of degree n if f of xy x raised to n g of y by x, or f of xy y raised to n h of x comma x by y. Sorry. This was your what is homogeneous function. Now what is differential homogeneous equation? A differential equation of the form what dy by dx means, in that equation dy by dx will be involved, right? F of xy, it should be said to be homogeneous if f of xy is a homogeneous function of degree 0. They are telling degree 0, okay? Your degree should be 0, not your whole term. Now here you see, if I take here n as 0, what you'll get? X raised to 0 is 1 only, right? Not this x term as 0, not this y term as 0, not lambda is 0, but degree they are telling. Degree, if it is 0, then you can tell it is differential equation of the form homogeneous. Now how you going to solve this method? I am telling you. Suppose you have been given this. You have given a function dy by dx. First get it in the form of homogeneous, either g of y by x or in the form of this lambda, anyhow. First get it in the form of your homogeneous. Suppose we have got it. Next, if y by x sudden we can't, right? So we are using here substitution method. Here we are using substitution method. Even in your 10th and all you have heard of, right? Substitution, elimination. We are doing it when big problems are there, means we substitute some small number and try to integrate and differentiate. Even in differentiation you have studied, you have substituted some parts. So here y by x we are substituting it with v. So here y becomes what? V into x, right? So y it will be v into x. Now we differentiate this equation. This suppose take it as equation 2 you take, and this you take as 1. Differentiating your equation 2. So we are getting y is equal to v into x. If I differentiate, what I will get? Dy by dx is equal to, here product rule you have to apply. Keep your first v, differentiate your x, plus x, differentiate your v. So we have differentiated dy by dx is equal to v, differentiation of x with respect to x is 1, equation 2 with respect to x, plus x, differentiating v with respect to x means what becomes? dv by dx. Now here why we are substituting? Because we are getting for our dy by dx a value. So dy by dx we have got this, we will substitute in your actual equation, that is in your equation 1, right? In your equation 1. Equation 1 was what? Yours? Dy by dx is equal to g of y by x you had got, right? G of y by x you had got. So g of y by x I can take it as v only, right? So dy by dx what I have got? V plus x dv by dx. G of y by x I can take it as v only, because we have taken that v is equal to y by x. After this what we will do? Take your v it to the other side, it will be x dv by dx is equal to g of v minus v, right? After coming at this point, in the same way, separate your variables, integrate it. I hope this is clear. Going back to the same procedure, separating variables as we did in your differential equation, that is your previous, just your first order, first degree with separating variables. You are going the same way. Separate your variables. See v with v, x with your x. So that becomes dv by gv minus v is equal to, this will be what? Dx by x, right? Because dx goes here and x comes to the denominator part. So dv by gv minus v dx by x. Next is we integrate. So on integrating. After separating variables, you should always integrate it, not differentiate. Okay, separating variables come under integration parts only. So integrate g of v minus v is equal to integrate dx by x. So like this you integrate plus c. Later whatever integration you will get, at the end we replace our v by y by x. Our actual what it was y by x, we replace it, so that whatever the question was there, it is telling our solution. This is the procedure of solving your differential equation of homogeneous form. I hope this is clear for you. First, get it in your homogeneous form either of g y by x or your lambda in terms of lambda, either of the thing. After getting, just do this substitution method. This is called as substitution method. In place of y by x, see, you can take v, you can take t, you can take a, b, whatever it is your wish. So taking your v, then get it in your y form, differentiate it, you will get dy by dx, put it in your equation 1. After putting it in your substitution, means substituting in equation 1, then comes the same procedure of your separating variables part. Separate variables, integrate it, you will get the solution, but at last replace your v by y by x. This is only the method. I hope this is clear. Problems we will do in the next class. Thank you.